Yes, we'll move on to the next question, that is calculate the amount of depreciation under CCA method for each of the 4 years as well as the backlog depreciation for a certain items of the assets from the following details. Okay, so what they have asked to calculate the depreciation under the current cost accounting method. So they have given the 4 years as the lifespan of the what we are calculating with the asset. Also we have the some figures, so the additional information, let us see that. The cost of sales of that asset was 40,000. The residual value is nil. Inflation factor 10% per annum. Estimated life is 4 years. Assume straight line method of depreciation. Okay, what we need to calculate here? We need to calculate the depreciation adjustment here. It is simply and it is straightly they have given the question. But the matter is, so by using these three information, that is the cost of sales or the cost of asset was 40,000. So we have the inflation factor, means every year, so it increases the 10% than the, so which the value of the we recorded in case of the closing as the asset valuation. Okay, so if I given as the 10,000 in case of the first year end, so in the next year it will be going to increase with the 10% of the 10,000 with the 10,000, means so in the second year it will be 11,000 will be the your worth of the asset, not the 10,000. So over that again we are charging the depreciation on the 4 years. So here they have given the straight line method of the depreciation. So as the life of the asset is given by 4 years, so if we deduct, so each and every year, so we will get the 10,000 as the our depreciation. Okay, so now let us solve the problems. Okay, firstly, so we will take the table showing the depreciation on current cost accounting method. We have the 6 columns here. The first one is year. So year are 1, 2, 3, 4. The historic cost we will write. Next replacement cost will be taken. So depreciation charged on historic cost and also on replacement cost is taken, and the last one is additional depreciation adjustment. Okay, the first one I am going to write is, so the historic cost. The historic cost will remain same for the each and every year. So whenever you go through with the your valuation of the depreciation, that is 40,000 in each and every year. But in case of the replacement cost, okay, so we have the one item here, that is inflation factor, because so in the exchange of this figure we are going to add the 10% of inflation factor to the this given valuation of the asset. Okay, how that can be taken? Okay, your cost of asset plus 10% of your inflation factor will be taken. Okay, now the initial price was how much? It is 40,000. 40,000 plus 10% will be taken as 40,000 multiplied into 10%. So we get the 4,000 as the 10% increment, right? For this 4,000 we are adding the initial price, that is 40,000. Now we have the 44,000 as the initial price. Okay, so this will be taken for the closing stock of the this particular first year, but this is an opening stock for the next year, right? So that's why, okay, next year what will be the basis for the your opening of the your asset? It is 44,000. So on this 44,000 we are adding the 10% of the inflation factor, that is 4,400 plus 44,000 will be giving you the 48,400. Okay, next year this amount is the base for the your calculation, that is in the third year we have the opening value of the asset is 48,400. So on such we are taking the 10% of inflation factor, that is 4,840 plus 48,400 will give the value of 53,240. So this value 53,240 is the base with your fourth year. So that's why we are going to take the 10% of the inflation with that value will give the value of 5324 plus 53,240 will give the valuation of value 58,564 rupees. Okay, so hope you understood this how we got the replacement cost figures. So initially we got the 40,000 plus inflation factor. So in the next year, this year, the previous year's value will be taken as the base for your inflation addition. Okay, so now we are going to calculate the depreciation on the historic cost method. Okay, so how do we calculate the depreciation? Okay, we use a simple formula, that is your value of the asset divided by your life of your asset. So that will give you the 10,000 as the straight line method of the estimation, right? So this is the simple calculation where we used to calculate in our basic level of the depreciation calculation, right? So that's why I will consider this 10,000 throughout all the 4 years. So then you will get the scrap value as the 0 after the completion of our stipulated estimated life of the year, that is 4 years. Okay, next one we will calculate the depreciation based on replacement cost. Okay, here how we can calculate the replacement cost method? How we can calculate the replacement cost method? So this year will be taken into the consideration, this figures, so divided by the value of 4. Okay, so just here I will mention, so our replacement cost divided by 4 will give you the valuation of this figure. Okay, so now I will go for first one, 44,000 divided by 4, that will give you the 11,000 value. Next one, 48,400 divided by 4 will give the value of 12,100. Next one, 53,240 divided by 4 years, so that got the 13,310 rupees. The next one, that is 58,564 divided by 4 will give the value of 14,641 rupees. So hope you understood how we got the depreciation on the basis of replacement cost method. Okay, next one, what we will do is, so the additional depreciation compared to your historic cost to the replacement cost, so that we are calculating in the last step. Simply we are taking the differentiation of this value. 10,000, 11,000, the difference is 1,000. So similarly it is 2,100. Next one, it is 3,310, and the next one is 4,641 rupees. So we will just take down a total of these 3 columns. Okay, so this will be 40,000, and we'll just add on these one. It is 51,051. Okay, so next one, so this is the value of, so the difference of these two, that is 11,051. Okay, we can also verify by adding these values. 1,000 plus 2,100 plus 3,310 plus 461 it is the same value, right? So it should be the same value of the difference of these value and the total of these value. So now let us move on to the next table, that is it is showing you the additional annual depreciation on the current cost and again the historic cost. Okay, so next table is showing the additional annual depreciation. Okay, now we have the columns here as years end, that is 1 2 3 4 years. The historic cost and the replacement cost will be remain same, and I will copy down the same here. Next one is historic replacement cost. So I took the previous table to take out that one. Okay, now we have the total depreciation as the column. Okay, so the total depreciation column of the historic cost will be having as the cumulative as the answers. Okay, how this can be taken? So that at the end of the starting of the first year, at the end of the first year, it will be only 10,000. But in case of the second year, we will be adding these two, right? So we are adding the first year and the second year. Okay, in case of the third year, first year, second year and the third year. So in case of the fourth year, all the 4 years, so we are going to add the value. Or also you can write it as these as the symbols. Okay, so in the first year, what is our depreciation cost according to the historic cost? It is only 10,000. At the end of the second year, so 10,000 from the first year, second year we have the again 10,000, total it is 20,000. So in the third year, so we have the additional of 10,000 for that year. It will be giving you the value of 30,000, and the last year it is 40,000. By spending all the money, we have the 0 as our valuation. So here we will just calculate with the replacement cost also, but there is an adjustment here because we have the 10% inflation factor. Okay, this is also same. At the year of the starting, we have the only 11,000 as the depreciation amount. So in the second year, we will add these two with the 10% of the 11,000. Once again, I repeat. So 10,000, 11,000 plus 12,100 plus the 10% of the 11,000 will be 1,100. Like, okay, these three will be calculated and added in the second step. Okay, let us see what will be the answer. 11,000 plus 12,100 plus the inflation factor of the first year is 1,100. We got the 24,200. Okay, for this 24,200, okay, so I am adding the next figure, that is 13,000. So sorry, 13,000. So these three values and the figure of this one, that is 11. Directly I will take this one. So the value of this figure, that is 2420, will give you the value of 39,930. Okay, so first year we had the 1,100 as the inflation factor. We have the 2,240 as the inflation factor. This year we have the 3993 as the inflation factor. 3993 plus the value 14,641 will give the value of 58,564 rupees. Okay, now we will go for the next calculation. Just we are going to take the difference of these two figures. So that is the first one is 1000, the next one is 4200, next one is 9930, the next one is 18,564 rupees. Okay, this is the total depreciation in case of, so if we have the replacement cost with the inflation factor. The last method, additional annual depreciation. So for the first year we have the same figure, that is 1000 as the value. So by neglecting the 1000, how much extra you have paid? That is 4200 minus 1000, we will get the 3200. Okay, next, by paying the 4200 at the end of the second year, okay, what is the extra money you are paying? 9930 minus 4200 will give the difference of 5730. So in the next year, so 18,564 minus 9,930 will give the value of 8,634 is the value of additional annual depreciation we are charging with this as the valuation. Okay, now let us go for the actual computation of the backlog depreciation. Okay, so before we go into the last table, so let us add these valuations. So we'll get the total as 18,564 rupees. Okay, so in this, before we go for the next table, so once again I will go through with the formula. Okay, so this may be a very confusing to you, so that's why now we will going to take a new formula, that is difference in the depreciation minus difference changeable in the current year. Means the difference in the depreciation means, so from the starting we are comparing the depreciation on the base of current cost minus the replacement cost. So this is already done here in case of this calculation, right? So whatever we have expected the changeable in the current year's depreciation is calculated in the additional annual depreciation here. Okay, so these two tables are going to compare, and so we will get the backlog as the depreciation. Once again I will repeat. So the difference in the depreciation, that is CCA minus replacement cost depreciation, will be taken as the first valuation. So that is we calculated by using this table. This is the table 1. Okay, the table 2 shows the this depreciation changeable in the current year. Means, so in the current year how much can be possible to change with your current cost method, that is calculated here. So that we calculated the total amount of 18,564. Okay, now we will go for the third one. Okay, the same table which I showed you in the previously. Okay, I just took those and I have copied here. Okay, so now we are going to calculate the backlog depreciation. That is, here I have the 4 columns. Here year, additional annual depreciation of this column, adjusted CCA method depreciation as this method. So just we are going to take the difference of these two value, and that will be giving you the backlog depreciation. Okay, so what is the difference of 1000 1000? It is nil, right? So 3200 and 2100 will give the 1100 as the difference. Next one, 5730 minus 3310 will give the value of 2420, and the last one, 3993. Okay, so if we just take down these two value, okay, so let us see. So what will be the total of this column? 18,564 minus 11,051 will give the value of 7,530. Let us verify whether these addition of these three values will give the same as the amount or not. 1100 plus 2240 plus 3393, so has the same answer, means we got the same answer. So hope you understood the problem. So it is very simple. So to make the easy for you, I have come up with a new formula, and you can refer the same formula when we go for the backlog depreciation. So hope you understood the problem thoroughly.